H-Town, what's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the best 120 minutes of your day. Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is Monday. Monday, fun day. Let me make sure I'm sharing the show with everybody. It's a great Monday. Summer basketball is over. It's over. And not yeah. Summer basketball this season is over. Yeah, it's over. It's over. And I want to know how everybody feel today. Let me see. I want to watch this a guess. I want to see how everybody feel today. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it on all my devices. Tell me about summer basketball, y'all. What y'all think about it? Tell me that. Tell me your experiences. Text tag, tell somebody. Let me get some people on the feed that knows a little something about summer basketball this summer. If you was a parent, you was a cousin, you was a whatever your kin was. Let me share this show a little bit. Whatever you were, or however you was affiliated with summer basketball. I just want to share you some experience. I want you to share experiences with other people, and maybe just maybe we can learn something from what you did this weekend. So over the weekend, over this whole season, because y'all got to realize, and what I'm finding out is just people. Uh, you know, you really don't have to have a bad experience. You can meet some bad people in summer basketball, but you don't really have to have a bad experience if you understand who you are and who your student athlete is. Um, you don't necessarily. Y'all need to share this show. This gonna be epic. Cause I didn't got no. I don't know where I'm gonna go with it. I got some little footnotes everywhere. What's up, big coach? So y'all need to share. I mean, y'all really need to share this show. Tell a friend, tell another friend, text tag and tell somebody. Um, I mean, all the above, because it's some interesting things that's happening all over our community, politics to to sports, the high school sports. It's so much stuff happening, D Holcomb. We need to share this. We need to, and the only way we're gonna get this thing done, we got to get it done together. We got think about it. If Robert Hatter, I'm up here, I got here. Now I just need y'all to share to get everybody else here. That's fair. Brad Kimball, I see you. I see you, Tony and Daryl Anderson. I see you, Thad Moody. I see you, Brandon Weefall. I see you, Big Coach. I see you, Eric Boone. But y'all, we all in this thing together. We're all in this thing together. Hold up, somebody just sent me something. I got something. I got something. I got some. I got some. I got some. I got some. We all in this thing together. And uh this is the thing that we bringing that can help us move a little bit further. Eric, I'm trying to move a little bit further. Um, but this is the work. This is the work. Uh, They set it up for these certain, I just been watching how they set you up on TV and these pick me people, I call them, the people that they just pick, who will get in their minds that they're special. They pick a certain guy, they pick Stephen A. Smith. But these people get in their mind that they're special because they have been picked to be on the camera. And what I want y'all to understand out there, you people out there that's on the cameras, they will replace you every other year with somebody else, which tells you that you were, to them, you were never really special. You were just a black face. So you're operating as a black face. Some of these guys on here, they're minstrels. And I'm just educating you so the next time you watch some of the stupid stuff that you be hearing, they're operating in blackface for these people. You're entertaining for the aggrandizement for your money. And now you get to be an individual in these and these other things, and now you got a little commerce now, but you're still in the same mindset. And unfortunately, Brad, boom, share the show, because this stuff need to be talked about, because y'all need to be aware when y'all watching this stuff, because I know y'all watch it, and I want y'all to watch it. Some of these clowns on social media. I know some of y'all favorite players, but Robert, listen to them. Y'all got to listen to them. Unfortunately, we have been fed so much garbage that we decide to make it something. You follow me? You done been fed so much garbage, you decide to make it something. Stir the creeks. Man, this is good. Man, y'all, I'm thinking about something. I ain't talking to you, Siri. I'm talking to my people. Y'all share this show. Let me repeat that one more time. Unfortunately, with all of these shows, you have been fed so much garbage that you decide to make the garbage something. You know, us black folks, we've been eating chillings for so long, and we made them delicious because that's what we do. We know how to season stuff to make it good, even if it's bad for us, even if it's killing us, because that's what we do. But it's still SHIT and entrails. No matter how much we make it good, it's still mess. Man, I don't know what my son think he doing. Watch this. Hold on. What up, Doc? Yeah. Okay. That boy be working so hard. Man, be working. Man, you still you on the show, ain't you? Yeah. Oh, okay. I hit you back. But, ladies and gentlemen, one, two, it's three people. One, my son, my daughter, my grandson, my son-in-law, a couple more people. Only people can make me get off this show. Sonya, I know, Sonya, you chase Benjamins, I chase Benjamins. Everybody, I use my talent. But Sonya, it's some things, Sonya, it's some things I've proven that I wouldn't do for money. I don't want to hear about you chasing Benjamins. Sonya. And I know you got to feed your family, but man, but do what you want to do. But shit, I can talk about it. Yo, we got to start wanting to eat proper meals and stop eating chitlins. When I grew up, I ain't like, when I was little, my mom cooked them out. But when I found out what they were, and my mom had a restaurant and she sold that damn poison. Bless her little heart. Stop eating them. They're not good for you either. Yo, we learning how to treat each other. We learning how to treat ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, by the grace of God, I'm on this show right now today because I had to get up and go because I didn't like the way my ankle was feeling this morning. I didn't know when they was going to release me this morning. But we deserve better. We deserve better from people who speak to us. That's why I deliver and give y'all this information, because y'all deserve better. That's why I ask you to share the show, because your friends deserve better. That's why I tell you, pass the word or tell them, not for me. We deserve better from people that speak to us. I'm not saying I'm the pinnacle, but I'm raising up and I'm finding the right people who are going to tell you the truth and say it in love. All I'm doing is trying to tell you the truth, but I'm saying it in love. Some people still get mad. He don't let me talk. Y'all today, if anybody want to call in, I'm going to go get the call-in phone and bring it in here. If anybody want to call in, talk today. This going to be from now on. If you want to call in, sometimes I just don't set it up. But yes. We're going to bring the people that, trying to bring the people that you can trust. And if they get it wrong, they going to say they wrong. I love it when somebody tell me, Rob, this is a better situation. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's okay to be wrong. Listen, I don't try to be right. I just try to give y'all the correct information. If somebody got to come to me with some facts that's better and I can prove it with facts and not their opinions, okay. What's that the other day I said, man, I missed it on. Just the other day. People are clueless to a healthy diet. We seldom read and adhere to the manual, man. I'm not shifting nothing. I went, Matt, my ankle was hurting. I put a brace on and went play golf anyway, and I shouldn't have, right? And now I'm paying for it. But I was just thinking about something this morning. Thank you, Sim. Stay there, Sim. I need some more I need some summer basketball experience. I want y'all to tell them. I'm gonna ask about those in a minute. We all gonna make mistakes. Everybody on this feed, Marcus Carroll, Henry Sims, Matt Shue, Sonia Sandoval, everybody gonna make mistakes, man. Brian Boatwright. We all gonna misspeak. Y'all gotta understand, I'm talking for 2 hours in a row. I'm gonna misspeak. It's the nature of being a human being. But we're trying to get it right. And that should be the standard. And we shouldn't accept anything less than that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Chop Shop, Boom Boom Room, chat, let's raise the bar. We all matter. We all are valuable. When we enter these social structure spaces, they want to commoditize us and use us. No, let's not let them use us. I told somebody one day, I don't mind you using me. Just don't misuse me. I don't mind you using. I got gifts. I got information. You can use me, but don't misuse me. Magnificent Mondays. I received that. Chuck shared the show. But Chuck, Henry Sims. I was on social media scouring because I wanted to know what was going on with all the people all over the country, what they were doing, summer basketball wise, what the Houston teams were doing, what's the Dallas teams. I'm just. But I saw a video that troubled me. And they posted the video, but it's just too much cussing in the video. It's just too much cussing in it. Don't you young people know that you're being taped? No matter how sorry your team is, it's somebody that videoed you, because somebody told me it's some good money in bad basketball. They will tape a team that the kids and ain't no good just so them people can pay for the videos. Excuse me. But it just bothered me. They were just cussing with no. What are we teaching these young people? What are we teaching? What are we teaching them? What are we teaching them? They just casual, just cussing. And somebody taped it and posted it. And somehow they probably think it's cute. No, this was a real this was. I just don't even want to give it. I just want our kids. Be conscious, man. You don't want a game, excited about the game. You move to the next round. The camera's on you, man. And I think about this. I saw this video. Please let me share this with y'all. This kid is maybe 7 years old. 7, 8, maybe 9. Let me show it again. Oh, I didn't mean to show that. Oh my God. No. Watch this, y'all. One more time. Chat. Boom Boom Room. Ladies and gentlemen, Crystal Fordham. This kid is maybe 7, 8, maybe 9. Young man scored a touchdown. But what he did after the touchdown, it just gives me pause. Not from the kid, but from the coaches. After he scores the touchdown, he puts the ball down, didn't give it to the referee. He just put the ball and immediately began to thrusting the ground like he's doing some sexual strokes. That's his celebration. The young fella don't know no better. I'm going to play it again and show y'all what the adult was doing. Hold on. Since y'all didn't see it, I'm going to play it again, show you what the adults were doing. Let me show you. Let me show you. That's the adult standing over him. Talking about do that stuff. Let me go. Let me show him again. Walk his grown ass to another adult to the left. Watch. Standing over the kid. Another. Look at him. Gentlemen, that is not the way to teach our young people to celebrate. First of all, he didn't score the touchdown by himself. He has an offensive line. All of them should have celebrated together. That was a teaching moment for y'all. These coaches shouldn't have been celebrating that. These coaches, they should have admonished the young man, but seemed like the coach taught the young man because he was trusting with him. Correct him, grown people. They don't know no better. That was disgusting. That's not good leadership. Coaches, come on, man. His actions needed to be corrected. Chuck says starts with him. Chuck, it starts with all of us. Melvin Dews put up on the feed Malcolm Jamal Warner, who played Theo on the Cosby Show, passed away, age 54. Let me get back to what I was. Shout out to Nike, EYBL, for streaming all of their games for free throughout the sessions. Respect for them for allowing our families and friends to watch without having to pay an arm and leg. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to this kid named Jason Crow. Jason Crow, one of the top kids in the country playing basketball. He committed to Mizzou. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Top player committed to Mizzou, and go look and see who was the coach at Mizzou. Let me show y'all something, because I don't believe in this, but show you kind of person that James Harden is. James Harden, when he was at Philadelphia, he left. He gave money back so he can sign. He said, "Look, take some of my money. Let's sign P.J. Tucker and Daniel House." Now, This same James Harden, who everybody always talking negative about, taking a pay cut, allowing them to sign Bradley Beal and Brook Lopez. Why didn't just Brook Lopez and Bradley Beal take a damn pay cut? Why is it always James? LeBron don't take no, and I don't blame LeBron. But people always got something to say about James Harden. But his teammates love him because he does this kind of stuff. They come to Melvin News. Melvin News. He didn't have to save money to get Chris Paul. That is moving. That's why I didn't mention Chris Paul. He didn't have to. Chris Paul is paying for the veterans minimum, 3.6. You have to give him no money back for that. I told you what James gave the money back for. It wasn't for Chris Paul, for Bradley Beal and Brook Lopez. Why didn't they take a pay cut? Bradley Beal, why did you have to ask for $11 million? You're getting. But I understand, get your money. And now listen, I don't blame Kawhi for not taking no pay cut. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying, all you people always talking about James ain't this. Marcus Carroll, you one of them. James ain't this. James ain't this. He ain't this. He ain't this. You one of them. At Philly, did the same thing. But he don't want to what? He don't want to. He don't want it. He don't want it. He don't. I tell you, the only thing James guilty is not as good as y'all think he is. I ain't never said he was the number one option. I used to like him. I just don't understand this because if I was advising him, James, we ain't getting no money back. You see what Philly did when you gave them Daryl Morey rotten ass treated you bad up there after you helped them out, after you helped him out. That's why you don't get no money back. Make them figure it out. Make the rich owner, the billionaire owner figure it out, not you, son. You can't save the world. No, James ain't thinking long term. Angus Kelly. Ain't thinking long. What? Tell me what you mean. You explain this one. Explain to me. Because if I was James, listen to me. If I was advising him, I wouldn't have gave a dime back. That's not James' responsibility. Owner, you got to figure out how to way to pay these dudes. That's your damn job. My job is to play. Tell me what you mean. James thinking long term. Because this ain't no long-term deal. Bradley Beal and Brook Lopez, they passed their damn prime. Now, if you said James was trying to help bolster his team for next year, then that's different. I don't see it. That ain't long term. In Philly, he gave all that damn money back. That wasn't long term. That was to help right at that moment. So I don't know what you mean by long term. Maybe you know something I don't know. But everybody always talking negative about it. Yo, he don't have to do this. LeBron, ain't nobody said LeBron. I ain't never heard one of y'all say LeBron opted in at that 53. LeBron said, I'm not giving these motherfuckers no discount. LeBron thinking long term. That 53 million gonna be in my account and not in the rich ass owner's account. The owner who just sold the team for $10 billion. Did they give Magic Johnson any money? Did they give Kareem and Byron Scott and Shaq and Kobe State and all them any money? No. Don't help them. That's like being in the forest and the fire is eating Thaddeus Mooney. You help a bear being in the bear is eating on a Thaddeus Mooney. You helping the damn bear. Kelly, James ain't that's not thinking long term. I think it's asinine. I wouldn't give him a quarterback. Go look up and see how much Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Clippers, is worth. Go into the luxury tax. I don't care what you had to do. Pay me my money. Because when you sell this team, you ain't finna come give me nothing. I hope y'all got that, Angus Kelly. You said, haven't said nothing about James other than his approach to the game at times. You done said something about James then. You talking about that his approach to the game. What you don't like about his approach to the game? I like that one. Thank you. That's a good one. Tell me what you don't like about his approach to the game. That he's not a good closer? I say he's not a good closer. I agree. He needs somebody else to close for him. He'll get you there. Tell me about his approach to the game. That he's like the nightlife? There's a lot of players that won championships and out all night. What if I tell you he was an insomniac? What if I tell you can't sleep well at night? Will that make you feel better? Because he is. He can't sleep at night. It's like he can go somewhere. I'm young and I'm rich. I'm going somewhere. But you talking about his approach to the game. What approach to the game? He's the first one in the gym in the morning after he stayed up. Tell me what you mean by his approach to the game. I just want to hear. I'm here. I love your comments. But just explain us, educate us on about, you ain't said nothing about James, but other than his approach to the game. Tell me about his approach to the game at times in his career. Tell me. He wasn't the only one missed all them threes. They were 0 for 27. Trevor Ariza missed most of them. He can't hit shots in the clutch. That don't mean he ain't no good player. I just, you just got to explain to me. I ain't never, he ain't clutch. He ain't got no ring. Guess y'all don't want to keep talking about it. Now he missing millions to improve his team. That's not his job. So when a person does that, you got to be a different kind of person, man. Got to be different. He said in the G League, James would have us at the Toyota Center at 2 and 3 in the a.m. because he couldn't sleep at night sometimes. Big coach, I'm trying to tell people this, but you talking about his approach to the game. Y'all got to explain that one to me. Maybe I missed something. Angus don't want to answer me, and Marcus don't want to answer me. Y'all, come on now. Y'all want to call in? He said sometimes he said things to the media about the organizations right after elimination that could have been done in private, in my opinion. Why are you worried about what he say to the media about the organization right after the elimination that could have been done private? What are you worried about? what another man say to the media. How does that hurt you? He said, I'm saying I thought his business investments is more than his NBA contract, and he invested in others as he pursued a championship. He done did that before, Angus County. He invested in Philly. And guess what they did? Ran him off. His job is not to invest. That's the owner's and the GM's job. His job is to play basketball to the best of his ability. Angus Kelly, great one. Let me help y'all. That's not his job. This team ain't no business investment for James Harden. Didn't I just explain to you that the Lakers just sold for $10 billion and ain't no black person gonna get a quarter of that money? Who helped build it to what it is? It's more than his NBA contract as he invests in others, as he improved. But his job ain't to take less money for a team. Angus Kelly, go look up how much money Steve Ballmer is worth. The richest owner in the NBA. You helping a millionaire helping a billionaire. See, y'all, if I ain't doing nothing else, I'm gonna make y'all think different about this NBA and this NFL. Boy, I got some stuff on tap for y'all. Y'all just keep watching and keep watching. Angus, I hope Angus is anything else because I think you're missing it. I don't think you were listening. You might have been doing something else. I just gave you that answer. You came back with the same thing. But but think about that. When the next time some people talking about James Harden ain't this, James, okay, he ain't this, he didn't do this. Like Marcus said, the way he approached the game. Man, you don't know. Listen, Marcus Carroll, if you knew what went on in that meeting between him and Timothy Fertitta before he left, man, you probably, I don't know what you call. Some people just don't worry about. Well, the owners can do anything they want to, Robert. But a player, I'm gonna hold them to the fire. But the owner, he can do no wrong. But the player, I don't like his approach to the game. I don't like the way Timothy Fertitta approached James when he allowed Daryl Morey to leave and Tad Brown, the president, to leave. And James said, "Can I leave too?" "No, I owns you. You can't leave." And I ain't telling you have to like James Harden. He might not be your type of player. Some players I don't like. He said, James get a lot of hate because people see an athlete getting paid mega bucks and not getting them over to the playoff. Well, that's a lot of them. Well, it's a lot of athletes. These superstar athletes get more flack for just being. No, that's everybody. So Phoenix should be mad at Charles Barkley. He never got him a ring. Utah probably got a statue of John Stockton and Karl Malone out there. They never got a championship. You feel me? Thank you, Chuck. I like that. I like that. Y'all smarter. Y'all. I just want y'all to just sometimes I want y'all to take a look at some of this stuff, man. Shout out to that Shador Sanders, man. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I've never seen. I've been in the sports industry for 30-some years. I've never seen what Shador Sanders is doing as a rookie early in his playing career. Ain't played a game for them. all the things he's doing in the community. I've never seen it. Never, ever. Ladies and gentlemen, I never take it to a guy who's been in this industry and knowing the business of most of the players in football, basketball, and baseball. As a rookie, I've never, ever seen somebody come and do the things in the community the way this kid is. Special. And listen, y'all, some stupid people tell me, well, he's doing it for the glory. You don't take out this kind of time. The man was in the hood the other day. The Valley Springs, I think, Valleys or something. He was in the other day. He passed a little boy that football. Think about what it's going to do to that little boy. I caught a pass from Shadua Sanders. That boy's whole life didn't change. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason it resonates with me so much, when I was a little boy, my brothers and sisters, they went to Tennessee State. You know who their best friends were? Joe Gilliam. When he won the Super Bowl, he came back. He didn't came back to Memphis. He came to Memphis to visit my brother. Had his helmet. I never forget seeing a Pittsburgh Steeler real helmet in my hand. And he threw me the ball and I caught it. I'll never forget it. Never, ever, ever forget it. That Joe Gilliam passed me the ball. So I'm thinking about that, man. Thinking about that. Think about it. It's a lady. Sonya, think about this, Sonya. It's a lady wanted me to dislike the Sanders family. She came on this show. She wanted me to dislike the Sanders family because she disliked them. And when I did, she got mad and won't even watch the show no more. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't get mad. I'm not trying to change your opinion. You can't be changing just because I don't agree with you. That's what I love about Angus Kelly and Marcus Carroll. They just came back with something different. I still don't agree with what they came back with. But I was just trying to, I want them to stretch themselves. Oh, because if they get into that argument in the barbershop, I'm trying to give them some ammunition. But it's a lady told me I shouldn't like this family. Call a partner of mine. You told me to watch that show, and he don't, because she knows the person who the guy that Shiloh got into it when he was in high school, 15 years old. He was doing something, and him and a dude trying to take his phone. The security guy take his phone. They tussled a little bit, and the dude hit up against something. He got paralyzed. They tried to didn't try to sue Shiloh because he was underage. They tried to sue Pilar and Dion. Then when he got to Jackson State, he got Colorado got a little NIL money. They still tried to come after the kid's fortune. And I don't know what happened in there. But I remember the lady just wanted me to just not. But I'm watching the fruits. I'm watching. Watch this. These kids do this kind of stuff. Ain't too many people doing this, y'all, in NFL and NBA.
Oh, he got the jersey! The 28 jersey! The 28 jersey! The 28 jersey! That's the first one I seen.
That's it. I told you. I wrote you.
Hold on, I'm about to give you 5. I'm about to give you 5 bags, bro. Take all these, bro. Make sure everybody eat, bro.
Signing anything or not?
Yes, of course.
I'll take it stuff, right?
Yeah, take it out. Let me get it.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, this is the first Bucks jersey I ever signed.
Oh, yeah?
The first one.
Where's everybody at, yo?
I don't know where you got this from, but
About to order that throwback in here. I need to see you in that thing.
nah, most definitely.
Appreciate you, brother.
Man, them kids get it. The young man down there at the KFC, you know what he did to this lady? I should have put. He know one of the ladies. He said the same name as Dion. What Dion mama name? What's Dion Sanders' mama name? Connie, Miss Connie. It's Miss Connie was working there. He said, Miss Connie, you've been working so hard. Miss Connie, I'm gonna pay you to go home. I want you to just go off. I just want you to be off today. How much? Miss Connie said, $250. Give me your cash out, Miss Connie. He said, you know why I love you? You know why I'm trying to do this for you? My dad retired my grandmama. He said, so when he got in the league, he said she ain't gonna never have to work a day in his life. Miss Connie, today, you ain't got to work today. I got you, but I want you to go home. I want you to kick your feet up. I don't want you to work. Give me your cash out and send the money to Miss Connie. You following me? I know they want to talk about him going 100 miles an hour, and guess what? I did too. Robert Adam gonna come back and talk about what he did for that community. He said, man, I sent him some money, but that wasn't enough. These people had been displaced from their house. Their house burned down. 100 and some people got displaced, 40 housing community. He said, no, I got to be here. Food trucks, everything, haircuts, everything. But today, y'all gonna get y'all mind off all this. Young 20-year-old boy. I've never seen it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I've never seen it, and I'm putting it out in these airwaves so our young kids that grow up in this community, instead of cussing on videos, you're preparing yourself when you become successful in anything you do to come back and help the less fortunate. That is Moody. Thank you. Chris Paul is reaching agreement to return to the Los Angeles Clippers for 1 year. Y'all got to remember now, him and James had some disagreements when they was in Houston. How this gonna work out? And then it might have been might not have been the players, might have been something else. But I know it was something, because you remember they got Chris right up out of here now. Something happened. But coaches, administrators, know y'all proud. I see you got your chest stuck out. I done won this. I done won this, and I done won this. I'm the back-to-back championships, and I'm back-to-back. I did this. I'm coaches, administrators over these summer basketball team, whatever team you're, high school, whatever you in. What are we teaching these young people? Because this domestic violence is at an all-time high. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. It's two sides to every story. But once somebody, man, this kid, hold up, I got to let y'all hear this. Hold up. Something about this stuff that I just don't get. Now, if fellas, keep your hands off of these women. But y'all, I saw something, and I'm trying to find. Robert, please let me find it. Because I didn't want to put it on the screen, but I'm going to let y'all listen to it. Because the boy Judkins, the little kid that plays on Shadir team, he in jail for domestic violence. What's up, Bob? I'm trying to find something, Bob. I got to let y'all see this. But y'all, there's just something about this phone call this girl did. Something about this phone call. It just didn't sit right with me. Don't do me like this, y'all. I got too much stuff on my phone. It's just something about it. It just didn't sit right to me. I think I'm getting to it. Please tell me I'm getting to it. Man, that ain't it. That ain't it. I'm getting to it. Y'all bear with me. Because I saw, here it is. Here it is. Watch this. He was number one for Ohio State. Quinshawn Junkins, or is it Junkins? Y'all remember Quinshawn Junkins? He was number one for Ohio State, the bigger running back. I used to watch him play. He was cold in the mud. He got drafted probably at the top of the second round, one of the best running backs in the draft. Probably would have had an incredible career. He's big, he's fast, he's athletic. You name it, he got it. He can catch, he can move. Him. And this boy decided to rekindle with a ratchet young lady. And I want you to listen to this 911 call. And now I'm not condoning anybody putting their hands on people. You put your hand on somebody, you got to go to jail. But you too stupid to understand you shouldn't even be dealing with this woman in the first place. Why are you getting the opportunity of a lifetime, yet you're still dealing with a woman that make you want to put your hands on her? Now, I can tell you what pretty much happened here, but I'm going to play the 911 call, and you tell me what you think this really is. It's more to it than just him putting his hands on somebody. Roll the clip.
I had a high-profile male that I was in a relationship with.
Did y'all hear that? I had a high-profile male that I was. I'm gonna repeat that. I'm gonna let y'all hear that. Hold on. I got it. Hold on. Roll the clip. Hold on.
I had a high-profile male that I was in a relationship with put his hands on me.
Stop right there. When did that happen? Stop right there. Key point here. The first thing she say is high profile. When a man hits you in the mouth to fight you, he just hit you in the mouth to fight. What is the emphasis on a high profile person? And let me tell you how I know somebody coached her, or she read this on the internet, maybe ChatGPT told her. She hit every element of domestic violence that would necessitate police to do a heightened investigation, and somebody has to go to jail as a result of a domestic violence dispute. There is no, I don't want to prosecute. So she said, high profile male that I used to be in a relationship with put his hands on me. Those are the high profile don't matter, but the element of the crime of the other three says this is a domestic violence situation. And in a domestic violence situation, you don't have a choice whether to prosecute or not. The state picks up the charges in many states, and they will do the investigation. If this was a person who put their hands on me, but wasn't in a romantic or domestic relationship, a person can say, I don't want to press charges against this person. And therefore, the assault means nothing if the person don't really want to press charges. Domestic violence is different. Somebody told her that, and that's why she responded the way she did. Finished the 911 call. It gets worse.
This happened 3 days ago.
So that would have been the 9th of July?
It was the night of, I can tell you right now.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm trying to go on my phone.
You're fine. Is there a reason that you didn't call the day that the incident occurred?
Yes, there is, because I thought that we could work through it, and obviously we couldn't, so I'm trying to do the right thing now.
I want to throw my drink through the wall. Quinshawn Junkins, or is it Junkins? Y'all remember Quinshawn Junkins? He was number one for Ohio State. The big. Ladies, Where my ladies at? I don't know what happened, Greg. I don't know what happened. And Marcus, please don't ever, ever do me a favor. We don't call women trash on this show. This man might have said it, but we don't call. We don't comment. I don't care what kind of woman she is. We don't know what she been through. Because somebody's trash could be somebody's treasure. You follow me? We don't call people trash. We don't know the guidance these girls been getting. You know, there's some stuff happening in this city. I mean, if these dudes are doing this stuff, ladies and gentlemen, prosecute them. Ladies, prosecute them. But what happens is you confuse the system when you start setting people up in line. You follow me? But fellas, can't put your hand on a girl. But I was thinking about that, y'all. Our youngsters, little young kid play in Memphis. Just got there. And everybody, I got somebody just so sadistic. I don't know what he got against Memphis. Maybe it's because I'm from there. Maybe he got something against me secretly. But he always want to send me something that happened in Memphis. But he don't send me nothing that happened here in Houston, Texas. But he always got something. And Houston got 5 million people. But he want to talk about something. So he sent me. Memphis player. Domestic abuse. Domestic assault. Watch this. This happened to be a young man that I've been knowing, since before he went to law school. Young kid that came up, kind of mentored a little bit. So proud to see him on the screen. Watch this.
But he posted.
It's been posted. He'll get out later this afternoon, and we plan on fighting this. This has been a long, ongoing saga between he and the ex-girlfriend, and I just hope the public will give us time to sort through it so the whole story does come out, because there are two sides to this, and right now it looks like my client, Mr. Parker, is a woman abuser, and that's not the case.
But he posted.
It's been posted.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you see one of your youngers up on the screen, that's Art Horn from Memphis, Tennessee, young man that I've been knowing so long, hit that golf ball too, for so long, and not mentored him a little bit. Great guy, great man, and he's the one who represented them rappers and Yo Gotti and all them kind of people in Memphis. He's a great young man, above reproach. You can Google him, Art Horn. He's Googleable. Great guy. And when I see it on the screen, it just brings tears to my eyes when I see this young man being a success. I always knew he was going to be a success, but Chuck said, I would keep asking, why in the world would you not call the media? But that young man should have known better. Yes. That's why I'm talking about this on the show right now. So I hope y'all sharing the show, so some young man gonna say, Mr. Hatter say, I should know better. I got to watch, the woman got to have just, Robert, if she ain't doing nothing, she got to have something to lose. Because if you got something to lose, you ain't finna do all this. You ain't finna try to trick somebody else out of something. So, but young fellas, don't ever put your hand on a woman, man. Just leave her alone. Man, I saw this in Houston. I keep seeing this video of a dude in the parking lot of a club in a black pickup truck, just running his truck into every car he can find because this girl was with another dude. Have y'all seen that video? I should have. I should have. I mean, he just you in the parking lot. You just running into, could be running into people, just ramming. Homeboy, she ain't your girl no more. Is she with somebody else? Yeah, go watch the map. Go watch the movie. She chose. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? To some of you guys that's weak behind women out there, man, you don't be out here fighting and arguing with no dude or no girl. Ever. If she was with him, she want to be with him. My young fellas. No. And I can say this with, I never in my life got to argument with a dude about a girl. Ever. Ever, ever. Time I used to meet a girl, look. Tell you right now, I'm sucker free in my life. I ain't got no suckers in my life. So if you got you some, you need to go and be with them. Come on, man. You can't do that. I don't know what happened, but Art sit there and explain it so eloquently. We don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. Well. College basketball. I'm finna click over. I saw this. It reminded me of U of H practices. Watch this. Man, I saw this at U of H practice the other day. When the kids, the big fella couldn't make it, I saw the young pushing him down the court. Man, you got to go. You got to beat this time. You got to beat this time. Man, I just love to see that. And man said Pretty Tony was hot. Yes. Man, your girl chose me, man. See, I'm the kind of dude you can really have her back. Because if she chose me, she probably choose somebody else. Here. A student was killed in that incident with the guy in the parking lot. Yeah. Let me keep going. I was just thinking about that. Was Marquette, how the teams, I mean, this what those kids be going through, man, in college practices. Yeah, that was a golden line. Yeah. I know exactly what going, man. What? Hey, man. Sincere Parker, I hope you didn't put your hand on that girl. But if you didn't, and she provoking this thing, then man, I swear, I think these girls need to start getting prosecuted back. Because you done damaged this kid's name. You got people texting me. You got people like John Urey posting that. To all you young people out here, summer basketball, I saw a whole lot of this weekend there. I just really want you to understand there are former, and y'all hear this, moms, there are former McDonald All-Americans, that will never make it to the NBA are overseas. And there are former D3 players that are getting paid to play the game right now. Never stop working and don't let level define you. He said, any thoughts? What's your thought? What's your thought? Do anybody else have a thought? I know y'all be trying to get me. What's your thought on WNBA All-Star Weekend and the women wanting more money? What's your thought? Anybody got a thought? I'm going to put it back up there. Anybody got a thought? Or y'all just want me to give y'all my thoughts so y'all can go use it? Let me know now. Let me know. Let me know. Talk to me. Give me some of y'all thoughts. How can they ask for more money and they're losing money? Okay. Okay. That's one. That's one thought. Anybody else? Come on, y'all ain't finna, y'all. I'm gonna make it. Y'all gonna work today for this. Give me something else. Give me something else. I'm not gonna let you work. I know what you've been doing. I know what you've been doing. Brandon Wheatfall, I agree. Pay him. Can I give y'all some information right quick? Can. I was just trying to see your thoughts. Melvin Dudes, you asked a question and you ain't said nothing. Tell me what you think. Hold up, I'm finna pour me some water. I know y'all be using me. And I told y'all, I don't mind you using me, but don't misuse me. I don't mind. He said All-Star Weekend was a success for the women's games. They will have to strike if they want to get paid more. The strike would have to have teeth too. Absolutely. I like that. What are you paying them exactly? What are you paying them exactly? What do you mean? What am I paying? 28 years and they lost money this year. And they get a brand new TV deal. Now it's time to pay. Okay. All right. I like that. I like that. See, I be wanting to know where y'all coming from. Because y'all already know I'm finna, I'm gonna have, I always got my stuff. Let me finish. Let me put my water. Let me make sure I'm ready to talk. I love y'all. I love Melvin Dudes. I love David, Houston, Texas. I love you. David said All-Star Weekend was a set. That man said, pay them. What are you paying them exactly? What you mean? What you mean? Let me help you out just a little bit. Somebody sent me this. Said, Robert, adjusted for inflation, the NBA lost $48 million in 1981. The same year, Magic Johnson got a $3.5 million contract adjusted for inflation. There's never been an issue with paying the men. They said the people that are clowning and talking about that these girls shouldn't be paid just ain't educated themselves. See, what's the problem is the NBA players, big coach, make 50% of league revenues. NBA players. WNBA players make about 9% of the league's revenues. So the NBA is keeping all this. They losing money. Like what you say there. The players ain't losing the money. The business losing money. They're not asking for equal pay. They're only asking for a larger share of the league's revenues. See, that's why I know I be wanting to hear what y'all gonna say, so because I know. Did you get that? Did you get that? See, for people who have never ran a business, you don't have to turn a profit to get a raise. The WNBA has seen significant financial growth over the last 2 years, so much so that they are expanding. And the players are the reason for the growth. So you pay them more. Major companies not being profitable, that's not a foreign idea. Spotify is not profitable. I bet you some people got raises. Twitch is not profitable. Some people at Twitch got raises. Uber is not profitable. But it's some people at Uber got raises. The NBA secured a deal worth $2.2 billion starting in 2026. Listen to me. Big coach, this for you. Nobody dishes out $2.2 billion for a project that they don't feel have potential. Did that help anybody? Did that help anybody? Did can I get a whoop whoop? $1981. I got the newspaper. Clipping. Financial difficulties in sight for the NBA in 1881. And they gave Matt 3.6 million. Chuck said exclamation. Okay, Chuck said, Chuck, is there anything else? I told y'all gonna be smartest people in the nail shop. Are we good? What's a man? Remember, dudes, did I ask you a question? We've shouted out Malcolm Jamal Warner 2 times, but already we'll do it 3 times for Jameson Mars. Son, now you know when them people get to talking stuff. Okay, somebody else just texted me. Malcolm Jamal Warner has passed away, y'all. Theo, at 54 years old. Okay? All right? I just want to know, let me get back out of that. Let me go back to where I was. What was that? What was I at? I did want to talk a little bit. That man said Red Showcase. That man said Bango. Top players, y'all in the Peach Jam. Do y'all know? Everybody always talking about the top players. The top players in the Peach Jam, then they make it to the Elite 8. Tyrone Stokes, Brandon McCoy, Jordan Smith, the best players. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all all the time, the best player ain't gonna win. And then if they don't win, y'all say he ain't nothing. James Harden don't win the championship, y'all say he ain't nothing. And then LeBron, because he know he can't catch Mike and Kobe now, talking about the ring culture and got out of hand. You the one with chasing rings, Kane. Y'all, the best player on the NCAA is not in the championship every year. Who won the championship this year? I forgot. Who beat U of A? Oh, yeah, Florida. Florida didn't have the best player. Same team. Hey, quit sending me this. The same team won 16 last year, won it this year. Oh, EYBL. So Brad Bill team, it's mighty peachy down there in Peach Jam. I mean, in St. Louis. So Brad Bill team won 16 last year because they won this year. Shout out to Brad Bill's team. The dude that got bought out. Buyout Bill. Man paid you $97 million to get the hell out of Dodge. Y'all, I saw this. Somebody said this. We can talk about it a little bit. They said the Peach Jam is awesome, but it has outgrown that facility behind me. This is the facility, in case you didn't know, from Peach Jam. That man said 2 draft picks from Rutgers, 2 top draft picks from Rutgers ain't make it to nothing. Absolutely right. So sometimes you can be good and your team just ain't gonna win. The person just texted me, that was for him. Coos Elite 15s last year, won this year 16. Absolutely. Shout out to Coos Elite. Let's see. Shout out to Thaddeus Moody. Thaddeus Moody be up there. Hey, Thaddeus Moody. One of these times you're gonna meet somebody that, and you know I know them, they might not say good things about me. He met another friend of mine this weekend, and he gonna get him a picture. Thaddeus Moody has got to be the pictures taken. I'm gonna call him the picture man. He gonna take a picture with you. Broderick Wyatt Peanut has back-to-back championship. Also Skip, little Skip Reese Austin got back-to-back, right? So that team went back-to-back. See, I didn't really keep up with that team. I didn't really keep up with that team as much. Y'all ain't gonna tell you no lie. You know, I'm just EYBL. You know how you be accustomed to something, you know. But the Peach Jam has, I think this facility behind me, and the infrastructure down there in Augusta, they've outgrown that facility. Jimmy mentioned it the other day a little bit. Look at Duke top 3 pick in the draft and didn't win it. Absolutely. Just want you to know that your main man's mom, Miss Rosie Morrow, quote, Rosie's entertaining presence that went down as the most iconic moment from the particular episode of Family Feud today is being one of the Johnny Samaro. I don't know what you're talking about, Doc. No, that is no. They somebody you gonna run into somebody and say, man, Rob is he's a freaking butthole. Cause everybody ain't gonna like you now. I don't want everybody like me. But let me see. I think Jimmy mentioned about moving it to Las Vegas the same week as the NBA Summer League, then in the summer with a tournament featuring all the top teams from all the top circuits. One-stop shop for NBA executive, coaches, media, agents, NBA players can come watch the game. They said they got to bring every circuit back to Vegas. He said, I'm sorry, one of the most iconic shows that was aired on Family Feud. Okay. Oh, Jameson Morrow, you had your family on. How can we look at it? Send it to me. Send it to me. Send it to me, man. Find out, send it to me. You got my stuff. Send it to me so I can see it. Send it to me. Man, ain't no way in the world I'm gonna give. Hey, I ain't getting my family on no damn Family Feud. Hey, oh no. Yeah, I can. Me, Robert, Brittany, Memphis. Hey, y'all. Hold up, y'all. I got to show you this. This got to me the other day. The phone cut off, right? The phone cut off. It's disconnect. My grandson, he from his iPad, he got his own iPad. He know how to FaceTime, right? So he FaceTime me, trying to find it for y'all. He FaceTime me. Who sent it? He FaceTime me, and we was talking good, right? And all of a sudden, hold up. I'm gonna try to put it on the screen for y'all can see it. The phone, they had the service was bad. So the phone hung up. So he kept trying to call me back, right? Hold up. I got to show y'all this. It almost made me cry. Hold up. Oh, okay. And he said, it was crazy. Jameson yelling out the wrong answers. No, Jamie, you was messed up. Man, Jamie, you was messed them people up. So hold up now. We just sitting there talking, me and him talking. He had fun because I was showing him stuff. I was showing him old videos of me and him. And he would call it out, that's Dada, that's Memphis, that's Dada, and that's, like that, right? So he was going back and forth, right? So this is what he did, man. The phone cut off on him. And y'all, this is what my baby did, man. It broke and he couldn't get to me. He kept trying to call me back and it wouldn't work. Here you go. Mama said he was hot. He was talking. Me and him was talking. His battery went out. His battery went out. He had charged it. And then when it charged back up, he kept trying to call me, and for some reason, it wouldn't answer. So that happened to me over the weekend, man. I felt bad for my baby. But he said, Robert Hatter, this would be the last year for the Nike's National Girls in Chicago after 13 years. Next year will be in Las Vegas. Yes, they signed a 10-year contract. Wow. Michael Garcia said, my friend's son from San Antonio is putting up good numbers as a small point guard. Amari Guru at the Peach Jam. What team does he play on in the Peach Jam? What team? Would you be interested in Ali Shields' fight? Shields says she got the. Man, I don't really like women boxers. Hey, I don't like women box. I don't like to see women get hit like that, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't watch women that come back. I don't like to see women doing that. So I won't be interested in it because I don't want to see them women beat up on each other. They two beautiful black women. I don't want to see them beating up on each other. That just ain't me, man. I'm sorry. I just ain't got that insatiable taste. That's not a taste that I got. So what else? Yeah, he was mad. Sonya, he was hot, Sonya. Oh my God. And she taped that because she was trying to reach me. And she was taping, she sent me that saying he trying to reach you. And so that's what happened. So I wouldn't who the small guard, a small point guard. First of all, he putting up good numbers as a small point guard. What team that he putting up the numbers on, Michael Garcia? And you notice you said small point guard. So what numbers? A small point guard. So you telling me he averaging, and what age group Peach Jam is vast. So when you put make sure you put complete information. A small guard, Amari Guerrero at the Peach Jam is putting up good numbers. A friend of mine's son. Give me some little bit more information. He from San Antonio. Maybe Jimmy might know him. I ain't got a clue. Jimmy, what's up, man? I think I hit the button. I'm waiting on you to pop in. Let me hit it. Okay, there we go. There we go. I was talking about Jimmy about they just telling me, some people call me too. You mentioned it the other day. They said, Robert, the Peach Jam is awesome, but it has outgrown the facility in Augusta. Said it outgrown it. And they was telling me about Robert. They moved to Vegas, for the summer league. He said at the end of the summer, featuring all the top teams and from all the top circuits. He says one-stop shop shopping for NBA executives, coaches, media, agents, NBA players can go. They can go to the summer league and go. You know what I'm saying? Watch that game. Brad Beal was there. St. Louis. So St. Louis put them on. So Brad Beal won the 16 and under last year too. Somebody said that. Somebody said he won 16s and they kept that core group and they.
I think they did.
I don't keep up with all that. Somebody text me that, and
that's and
I know you mentioned it the other day. That's why I brought it back up.
Yeah, I told him. You, the look on your face was like, man, that never. But the girls are in the way. The girls.
I didn't say. Whoa, why did I say it never happened? No, I said it should happen.
The look on your face was like, man.
I said no. Why wouldn't it?
And then I mentioned that about the convention center thing, but there's only one main convention center in Las Vegas. They just don't have the infrastructure.
Matter of fact, Jimmy, I said, do we have to have a certain amount of flow? I was trying to make it happen.
And I was telling you that it has to be something.
You the one was saying that. Yeah, that was you then. It wasn't me.
I'm explaining what's came to me from Nike. So when it comes to me, I give you Nike news. You know it came from there. I just don't. They pay somebody to do their social media and all that. So I'm not going to give it for free. So that's
mine didn't come from Nike. Mine came from the
girls,
Chamber of Commerce in Vegas.
The girls event has beat that side, even though it's all up under the same thing. The girls already are there.
Jimmy, you talking about Nike. Jimmy, I done went past Nike. You talking about Nike. All I said, they said, Peach Jam has outgrew the facility. See, hold up. Listen to what I'm saying.
One topic.
Listen to what. Hold up. I know you got what you want to say. Let me give you the parameters of what I'm talking about. I said they told me that Peach Jam has outgrown the facility in Augusta. Then they said, Robert, if they move it to Vegas the same week as the Summer League, then the summer, and they said, in the end of the summer, and with the tournament featuring all the top teams from all the circuits, this what the Chamber of Commerce, you talking about Nike. One-stop shop for NBA executives, coaches,
media. Somebody tweeted that shit out on social media already yesterday. I saw that tweet. I'm talking about, that's two different things. Outgrowing Peach Jam is one thing. Moving it to Las Vegas.
Well, that ain't my job.
Whole different topic. Okay. Well, let's move it to Dallas then. Okay, so that's another topic. I'm saying move it to Reno. Move it down the road. I'm just saying that's a whole different topic.
Reno is harder to get to.
They want the ambiance of the small, intimate atmosphere that Peach Jam provides on the court. They want
let them keep doing it, Daddy.
That's if you think about it, if you've ever been, it's like Duke. Duke can easily build a larger facility tomorrow with the snap of the finger. If you've never been inside of that facility where Duke plays at, it is nowhere as big as it feels when you're watching on TV. They want that ambience. Some people won't prefer. Now, Peace Jam Augusta, due to the fact that went through the numbers the other day, and you saw the disparity on the revenues that the city generates with the Masters in comparison to Peace Jam.
Jimmy, it ain't no comparison. Well, don't even mention the Masters with these people.
What? No, I mentioned it because of the fact they have enough money in their coffers to up the ante for Nike to keep it there. That is what's the talks of what's going on. They do not, which they should not want to release and want to let it go and see it go bye-bye. That thing was done 30 years ago. Next year is the 30th anniversary of Peace Jam. It's the 30th anniversary next summer. So understand. Meanwhile, the girls EYBL has inked a multi-year deal with Las Vegas. They're going to be in Las Vegas clean through the rest of the 2020s.
10 years.
So the girls. So now going back to your initial comment about the four. That's a third topic. To go and get the champions from this and this and this and this and put them under the same roof. Well, here's the deal.
Las Vegas, Jimmy, losing money, Jimmy. Las Vegas is not being attended. Las Vegas is down. So they trying to bring everything they can there. I'm just telling you, but keep going. I'm just letting you know.
Well, in regards to the conversation about the different sneaker lines playing for a championship, that has been tried before in an unofficial capacity.
That ain't the big thing, Jimmy. I'm talking about Nike.
That wasn't big to me. What you mentioned about the champions playing each other.
I mentioned Peace Jam and Outgrown. That's the most. What I say first. The number one thing I said first was Peace Jam has outgrown. That's the number one thing I said. Usually the number one point is the most important point. You took the last damn point I said.
No, I didn't. I just said that was topic. That's topic number one. So that right there is topic number one. Now, okay, so when you say topic number one, okay, what are you gonna do about it? Well, either they're gonna move or they're gonna keep it there. A or B. Now, if they're moved, then so topic number two came to whereas Las Vegas, because of the conveniency of the NBA summer leagues and all of the execs and whatnot and scouts and people from all over the world are there in and out. Well, that would be an option.
Well, move it to Atlanta. Move it to Atlanta.
I'm just saying. So moving it is an option. That's what they are in talks about now. The thing is, that is a valuable option, but now Peace Jam is trying their best. They got to go and meet and let's talk it out and see if we can give one last, we can solve it. If we can do this, and this. Now, my thing will be this, Hal. I got the perfect solution for all in regards to that. It's simple. It's simple. If Peace Jam wants it and you feel you've outgrown it, because understand something, I know what they mean by outgrown it. Hal, you hadn't been there in a couple of years. I was there last year. I didn't go this year. I stayed at Under Armour when I was in Georgia.
I went there 3 years ago.
I said 3 years ago. So here's the deal. Due to the fact that the extreme lure of the EYBL, which I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, it is an official brand with Nike. It is no longer it ain't no longer under grassroots. It's a brand. In their process of branding this thing, it's gotten so popular. People want that product. There were people just driving to Augusta to get product. People were paying money to skip lines. People were paying people to get that on. You got an armband, he'll take this 100. You spend 50 on you, give me 50 worth product just to do that. Now, here's my thing. Well, that means more butts are in the seats, more people in the hallway. Every gym is at capacity. And how you've been there. You know those third and fourth courts. They've added
I can't stand it.
Them things don't seat people, guys. They don't seat many people in those second.
You go use the restroom, you got to crawl over people to get in and out of it.
So that at once upon a time, it was comfortable for all for
It,
decades.
it
It
group.
ain't comfortable no
They,
more. And what happens now? It becomes a borderline safety risk when you're
absolutely.
seeing it don't take but one person to pop a fire. No, not pop a firecracker. They got the things now. Al. Grandboy had one. I come home. I come home the other night, and they playing a trick. He's staying at the house, and guess what they do? They got some little white things. They little bitty white things. You step on it, it make a little noise like a gunshot or something, like pow. You step on it. Little trick. Kids like being kids. Boys like being boys. So step on the thing. Whoa. What if somebody hit on one of those little things as kids being boys, and that you step on it? People gonna stake out running. It's a safety risk. It's hard to contain all those people. And here's the deal, Al. Knowingly, knowingly, the fire marshal has to turn the other cheek on a daily basis, probably at Peace Jam, knowing if you pay attention to the crowd, you will have to shut it down. You would have to, so you got to act like you don't know, you ain't accessible. Sometimes you know, but act like you don't know. That place
They've been
is
in the
a
rules for Peace Jam.
supreme,
Yeah.
huh?
They've been in the
Oh,
rules
they
for
got,
Peace Jam.
and that means if something did happen,
But
somebody will lose their job guaranteed. That's the point there. It's just so it ain't like they want to leave. It's like it's no way they can continue to contain this thing. So here's the solution. Here's a solution, not the solution. Here's a solution. PJM, you want it so bad. Here's what we can do for you. We'll make Peace Jam our first annual stop or one of these stops on the way during the Nike circuit. But the Nike Nationals, that's what Nike just started doing for the girls. It's called Nike Nationals. And Peace Jam was called Nike Nationals back when Elaine Jones, who's the first and only female to win Peach Jam with the Houston Jaguars. Like Elaine Jones and those Jaguars, that was back in the 90s, late 90s. Well, you go and you give Peach Jam a different leg of the EYBL each year. That means maybe not during the live period. And it goes back to Ode because the college coaches are 400 or so of those extra bodies in the gym at all times. Now it creates a different level of convenience, and you're still going to satisfy most of the economy. You still the hotels are still the hotels. Everything is still groovy. That's a solution for that. Now to continue it down at that spot, I understand. As long as you ain't messing with the preparation for the Masters, it's all good. When is the Masters each year? They moved it. I know 1 year. When
I
is it?
don't know. I don't know, man. I don't keep up with the date. I don't keep up. It's right around Mother's Day. Some right around Mother's Day, Easter, around in that time. I don't know.
So long as after then it's all good. Long as after the Masters, there ain't nobody stepped on nobody's grass, and we good. Even though you can't touch to get close to that grass anyway. I'm just metaphorically speaking. So that's one solution. One solution. So somebody say, what's the price for a wristband for Peace Jam? I mean, supply and demand, man. I just know that it's the parking has superseded the supply. The demand has exceeded the supply. They have been the marketing for that plate for that Peace Jam was, I mean, out the chain. Now, even though the hospitality room didn't get the rave reviews as it once was, everybody that's been there before and done that. First of all, the hospitality is only accessible by the college coaches. And you've been there, you've had some peaches before in Georgia, so it's ain't not the mystique of eating a peach ain't gonna satisfy your cravings if you're hungry. The hospitality room was only open 1 hour during each interval of the day. 1 hour for lunch, 1 hour for dinner. If your ass didn't, from what I understand, if you didn't get in there that 1 hour, you stuck out. And they have a super volunteer contingent of people that helps out with that. But that means if you ain't watching the game now, you got to go to the snack bar now. So that kind of like that factors into it. But it's they're gonna solve it. And of course, I was looking, and I know I see the comments when I logged on. that you mentioned or had to have mentioned, because I saw the comments about the Coos Elite, and I see the Coos Elite done well, but there were several. I'm really pleased at the state of Texas, how they fared around the country this past weekend at various sneaker events. There are several teams that either went undefeated or made it to the championships at their respective uh, uh, sneaker divisions, and that's cool. It's like think about it, and I've made this comment a couple of times. I know we're down, and I kept saying this. I say, but guys, the college coaches are telling me that the rest of the country is down. So if we're down, they're down. That's almost like, okay, we all just playing with a ball with less air in it. It ain't bouncing as high. And it goes to show this. And then when you start thinking, of course, don't get it twisted, Nike, the EYBL is still the measuring stick. It still has the most talent, the most talented teams. And so Puma is making a huge push right now for that second place. I'm talking about just not overall. We ain't talking about revenues. We're just talking about as far as grassroots basketball this July. According to the college coaches, this ain't according to me. I didn't go to all circuits. I'm talking to those, and I asked those guys questions when we just sitting there, and it's like, you don't just sit. What do you talk about? I'm not asking them, hey, who do you like? I'm asking them, okay, coach, you went to where you go, where you come from? All right, how did you like it over there? What you see over there? How you compare these two? And then I'm getting all of that, and I put it in the sifter, and this is how it gives me enough intel to come back to you guys with a collection of various thoughts across the board for different topics. I talked about NIL with multiple college coaches. I talked about what they think is about to happen with this Donald Trump and the situation with Nick Saban and all of them. I talked about that. Talked about what's going on with the different games. People needed games and who they playing, if they're playing in the HBCUs. I ask people that. Little bitty questions like that. So now, in regard to Puma, has gotten rave reviews, and what
But
happened
Jimmy,
is
I heard this right here. I'm glad you gave them rave reviews, because I talked to people who said this exact thing right has to get rid of some of those mid and bottom half teams. Some of them teams are terrible.
Well, here's the thing. Name a college coach that from a mid to high levels college that went to one of those courts where those teams are playing at. When we're talking about measuring, guys, you got to use a bell curve.
But if you're talking about the whole tournament, you can find good players in each. You can find good players in each circuit.
The coaches are going where the players are. Coaches are going where the players are. So what they're saying is they had more players at Puma than it was at Under Armour and Adidas. That's what the coaches are saying. There were more players there. Now, sure, there are some teams you say, well, this team, they won this event, but they probably can't beat that team. Okay, maybe not.
Okay.
Ain't one way to find out.
Okay.
But the players.
Because the coaches really don't even talk about players to me. You're right. They don't care about no teams. They don't talk about no teams, I mean.
Say University of Houston, for example. University of Houston had 3 coaches at Puma yesterday.
Jimmy, right? It's right down the damn street.
Yeah, but it's still though 3 coaches on one court.
They went to watch a particular player.
That's more magnifying. So that means now once again they're going where the players are, where they're recruiting. So then I asked one of those coaches from University of Houston, and in the midst of asking, they say, well, we had success with Puma. 2 of our recruits, our freshmen right now, that's at U of H, played on the Puma circuit. So Puma been good to us. We got an eyeball where everybody else was going over there and work. We right here. And so I'm coming back. Now, my point is about the other stuff, the secondary, I call them the JV circuits. Those are something that I don't see turning back no time soon. Especially when because I remember 2-3 years ago, the sneaker companies that had those JV circuits, they would segregate them. And Nike was one of the few that let some of them play while the other ones were taking off. They'll let the 16 play under that same roof. Then, so now they've all found a way, all across the board, have found a way to incorporate those JV games into under the same roof, where the main 17U or the main divisions are playing at. It ain't turning back no time soon because that's their revenue. Those things is what produce revenue. And like I said, it's I don't see it turning back no. Now, true, I firmly believe it comes to the teams, not Puma letting go. Hatter, it comes to the teams. Okay, you've done this. You've tried. You went and paid your abundance of thousands of dollars to be a part of the game. How did it work out for you? Other than getting you a free admission into the building to go and see some other games, how did it work out for your program? There's time to assess this stuff. And a lot of people who were part of those circuits, different JV circuits, a lot of them decided to not go back. Some decided, man, you know what, and be independent. You can truly be independent and attain or sustain a different level of success. You can have it for sure. It's less headaches for a lot of people that from the perch that I'm looking down at. It's a whole lot of less headaches for some people. And you get there, okay. You saw college coaches. You were in the building with college coaches, but were those college coaches truly, really and truly on your court? Did they come back to your court? So that means you got to assess that and be real with it. Did it work out for the extra money that you spent based on the recruitability and range of your players? I said it again. The recruiting range of your players, meaning that you could, come on, not how good you think they are, not how good you want them to be, how good, you're only as good as your options, how good those coaches that sit down 2, 3, 5, 10, that sit down and watch, how if the fish is biting, then you own this, you may be on to something. But if ain't no fish biting, and this was supposed to have been the best player that you ever had, this one player you've been putting all your air in the tires on, then guess what? That's if he's not good enough and they saw him, then maybe you have to reassess it and understand. Don't mean don't do it. That means you have to understand what's at stake, how good you really have to be. So every circuit ain't for everybody. But I do know one thing. Some teams, after you've been through it, been there, done that, then now what? Now what? Understand, there's a thing, and it's not just a Houston or a Dallas or a San Antonio thing. Those JV circuits has basically robbed our respective cities in Texas of our next best level, our second or even third tier teams, levels of potency. So those teams collectively, if they were in the same building in another different event, I guarantee you that the odds of a college coach coming to see them during that live period would be higher. Reason I'm saying it because I was looking when I was in Atlanta, and Sean Williams, had this event. He does live events in Atlanta, right? And they are those the second, third tier type teams. But college coaches are going to come to that event just to support. If there's a little talent there, they're going to come. Just if they're coming doing nothing else, they're coming by to slap five and letting the person know, hey man, we're coming to support you. If there's another event in the area, that's the aha. They're not just gonna come across town. You ain't got no talent there. You got to have some type of, at least some marginal degree of talent. If you're there, those coaches are going to come because it's convenient. I'm already in town. I already bought a hotel for this other event, sneaker event. I'll come by and I'll come by and see you. That's why a lot of times you always see junior college events or national events would be in the area of the live period events, because now those JUCO events, if you go somewhere else, you're competing for them to buy a different plane ticket. If you're in the area, then you're going to get the residue of coaches that come on through and say, you know what, since I'm going here, I can get more bang for my buck and I can go stop by here or there. But you got to have a degree of talent there. That's the thing. If you ain't got no talent, I think Marcus Sloan tried it a couple of years ago in Bryan College Station when they had the Adidas event. But you got to have enough talent to make the coaches say, you know what, some good young people over there, it was all right. Because they ask each other, where you at? Where you going on Sunday, man? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this Peach Jam. I just saw everything. Hell, this team got knocked out. They ain't playing no more. Where you at? I mean, I can go here or I can go there. I can go to California or I can go to College Station. Man, it's all right in College Station. That's how they talk to each other. And the coach gonna make a decision. He gonna change his plane ticket. He gonna go to College Station. But while he's coming off the highway, and landing at Intercontinental, he's going to College Station for a 12 o'clock noon game. And if there's another game at ULH down the street from Bush Airport at 3 o'clock, 3:30, he can make that game on the way back to the airport. I'm telling you guys, it's more suited if more teams, but y'all have to get together and say, man, and believe.
But they got to have players. You just said, forget the teams. You got to have players that coaches want to come see.
Or young player, 9th, 10th grader that has
that's still a player.
So that what makes that 9th grade player now? That 15 and under team, you're playing at one of those main sneaker circuits. Your ass playing at a middle school. Ain't no coaches going over there. If that 15 under team playing is independent, and they playing at one of these events that's in conjunction or in the line of driving to or from, you're on the main court. Everybody think they got players, Adam. Everybody think they got players. Everybody think they got players.
But they have to have a player that a coach is coming to see. You said coaches was at Houston Cougars was on 3 of them coaches on one court. Why couldn't 3 of them be in 3 different courts?
You can get 4 out, 4 to 6 coaches out.
Yeah, you ain't hear what I said. You said all 3 coaches was on one court watching one player. Why would all the coaches? Why couldn't they go to separate courts?
More than one game, they all stayed on one court. That's what I saw with my own eyes. Not just one game, more than one game.
So than one game, they always. But I'm saying, so that means they came to watch specific players.
Players with an S at the end. Players in the championship games on Sunday. 15s played, 16s played, 17s
So why
played.
would a coach leave there, headed to the airport, and go watch a player that's not that good?
Well, it's easy. Because every player ain't there for the 17 under for the 230 or 130 game. And some people saying I'm ducking on in and I'm on the way out.
So
some
whose job is it around the country to tell that coach that? Hey, there's some more players over there. But if it's somebody else's event, you ain't gonna tell nobody to go over there to see a player.
Well, if you're trying to help that coach, if you got a scouting service and you're trying to help him get to get a pay raise, so to speak, then yeah, you could or you should if you know that there's a guy playing that's a talent. That's the thing. Are you trying to help the coach or are you trying to help the kid? Or is it a mutual type of connected that you're doing? Once again, some people are trying to help the kid, some people are trying to help the coach. So it just depends on which side. Or and then it's very attainable to do both at the same time. Man, I'm gonna show you something. That's the thing. So it's. But I give a shout out to all. Every event has its own thing. I didn't go to Adidas this year. That was in California this past weekend. But when I heard Adidas, it was solid, but it wasn't a needle mover. Times have changed, and that's for everybody. It's not just for one; it's for all. Um, but I do know that, like I said, some of these teams that are spending all this money to be on the JV circuits, you probably need to just to redo your thinking. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't. You really don't. You really don't. That's just to masturbate your minds and get you thinking that that your kids are something that it really ain't. It ain't. Come on, man. You know that y'all and enough of y'all out there that you can get better and Doug Jones can go do an event or some of one of the event operators and they get together and they can combine and find a way that those guys, if you guarantee them a space, because Puma's going to be back. College Station, they're coming back to College Station. Now that I know, unless something crazy happens, you know, and over the next couple of months, but they're coming back. College Station has done numerous sneaker events there, and you know, Pumas put some of that money that they got, that check some that they got from College Station. They put some of that money into the community. They went and bought a couple of billboards around the city. That's cool. You driving in town and you look up on the billboard and see your son on the billboard.
Everybody's son ain't gonna be up there.
I'm just saying, but if that's you, somebody's gonna be. That's fascinating. That's fascinating. So that's the thing on that. So we have a couple of comments on that. If you're on the Chop Shop right now, just tune in. Make sure if you guys haven't done so, share the show before we get up out of here. Share that show one time, and to your social media platforms, to your groups. And I'm looking.
I
Michael
didn't see what
Garcia said
nobody
Vegas too
said
square
that.
out the Jam.
Huh?
Michael Garcia, if they moved it from Augusta again, they can still keep it named Peach Jam. They just have to attain their name that they own, Nike Nationals. Peach Jam can be the first, second, or third leg of the EYBL. They can call it the Peach Jam. They can make it the first leg, whatever. They have different dates as options they can play with as consolation if Peach Jam so wants to keep it. Remember, every year it used to go through Hampton, Virginia. Every year for at least a decade. Boo Williams, who's one of the godfathers of grassroots basketball. Nike, out of respect, gave him an opportunity to generate revenues with his program. Every year you had to go to Hampton, Virginia for a certain amount of years. So the same thing with Peach Jam. You can do, if they wanted that, this is an option. Just give them an option, one of the dates that match. And they'll pick one of these dates. We can give you this date or this date. But Nationals got to go. That's how we go on that. What Chuck McCown said, in my opinion, let the 17s have their own circuit. 15s and 16s don't need to be focused on recruitment. I don't know about that, Chuck. I get it, but it's peaks and valleys on 15s and 16s, man. And even though they don't always transcend over to 17s in the proper fashion, but a lot of coaches have to be able to get an early advantage in order to even have a chance. So those 16 and under games, You know, there's, in other words, you mentioned Coos, Adam. There's a young man on the everybody here. All we hear about from Coos Elite most of the time is Reese Austin, who skipped to Malu's son. Reese, that's all we hear about. Well, that game, which was standing room only when they played the championship yesterday in College Station, standing room only. Great ambiance for the little court. But there's another kid a couple of kids that left there definitely with some contact coming from college coaches after their performances, without question. One of them is the little kid Gooseby, number 10. That's the shooter. He plays at Second Baptist High School with little Skip. Gooseby now, who's about 6'4". Gooseby ain't just little Opie from Second Baptist High School no more. Coaches know who this dude is. I'm dead serious. And what's going to happen with his recruitment? Possibly is great. That's the greatest time for him to do what he did, because they can't see him play not a single game again in person until November. So what he's doing now, his recruit is based on trajectory. They're not going to see him. They go to some would go to. Think about it now. If a college coach come into Houston, they come in to see Lil Skip. They also come in to check on Gooseby. Some of them who was there. Only the ones who was there are going to be fulfilled with knowledge, what their eyeballs saw. I'm talking about hitting 3-pointers and creating shots with Division I talent guarding you. That's the thing. Remember that when y'all watching some of these mixtapes out there. Pay attention when you watch it the second time and loop it back again. Does that look like a D1 prospect that's defending on the other end of that mixtape? And that's not a fault to the mixtape maker. He's paid to make that tape based on what your highlights when he came and saw that day. So it ain't his fault. But it's your fault for your understanding that all baskets ain't gonna translate over. College coaches know what it does. They know what I'm talking about. How do you know what it is? You watching baskets. You always say it all the time. All those college baskets. People that really evaluate understand what that means. Absolutely. So some of your 30s ain't really a 30. Take it and run with it though. It's 30, but it don't. Take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Don't try to shove it down nobody's throat and make it seem equal. For example, if you're in the district, to make it dumb it down, if you're in a rural area in your district and you're going to average 30 points a game this high school season, and somebody's at Dallas Lincoln that's in the district, same district with you know that gauntlet of a district they're in, or this thing in Houston, say Atascocita, Summer Creek, North Shore, Seeking, that district, that's not the same. Your 30 ain't the same. Take it and run with it, but let's get it twisted. It ain't even compatible of the people that's guarding you in that district versus what you're going to get and see in that district. So I'm reading Sidney more comments. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. But as we go, shout out to Texas Impact. Texas Impact won the Under Armour main division. So we got a champion on the Under Armour, Texas Impact. Shout out, which gave you shouted out Coos Elite. Shout out to the Houston Hoops 14 and under.
Somebody put Coos Elite. I didn't shout him out. You just said it. Somebody put it on the screen and I mentioned.
Oh, I saw him on the comments when I was coming in the room.
I didn't say too much about it. They said they were back-to-back champion.
Yes, back to back, man. And skip to Malu. Rafe also, came back, missed the semifinal game after getting. We talk about that tomorrow. Got kicked out the gym, and they let him come back and coach his son in the championship game. And boy, they had so many police around that doggone court. You could have thought they knew. I'm telling you. We talk about it tomorrow. They had so many additional police officers in that gym, around that gym. And it was almost like I just, like wow. It was like wow. People walking around, talk. Whenever around that court, not in just, of course you're in the court, you're in the building, but around that court, targeting.
Damn.
Yes. Ask somebody when you got the phone. Ask somebody when you got. I was there. I know my eyes saw. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They were there. Oh, they were there. They were there. It's like wow.
Well, let's get out of here, man. All right, let's talk about that tomorrow. Somebody told me a little about it, but I mean, damn.
Somebody said, okay, somebody just asked Big Coach, who was the other player from Coos Elite? You said Lil Skip. I said Gooseby. Gooseby is the white kid. And the third one is this kid, Broderick Wyatt.
Talking about Peanut?
As his nickname? I can see him calling him Peanut. Maybe that's his name, but that's his nickname. Broderick Wyatt is the other kid.
What you say about him? Tell me what you think about him.
I mean, his motor. He was a PJ Tucker on that floor, and so that's gonna always attract the attention of an evaluator. They're gonna
PJ Tucker saying what? What PJ? What you mean?
Rugged. Got up in there. Wasn't scared. No contact. Wasn't scared. No bumping. Let's get it. And this man made plays close to the rim, mid range in.
So he didn't think. He said he didn't think nothing was wrong with a little bumping and grinding. Huh?
That's a whole nother topic. Whole nother topic. Then also I was giving shout out to those teams before we get up out of here. I shouted out the three, and Houston Hoops 14 under. They won the junior EYBL 14 under division. Shout out to them because that's a refreshing way to end the circuit for the Houston Hoops because their high school teams were a disappointment. They know it. They know that. They're 14 and under. That's a great way to end for them. That means it's promising coming inbound. We want to give a shout out to San Antonio Future. They came in second place in the Puma main division. Who's Elite 15U came in second place in the Puma 15U division. On the Under Armour JV division, Be Someone Elite came in second place in that Under Armour Rise division. As a consolation, not a consolation, but then we talking shout out because it's not easy to do this, but shout out to JL3 16 and under team. They made it to the semifinals of Peach Jam, the EYBL main division for the 16 and unders. They got knocked out by the eventual champions, the Indy, I think it's Indy Heat, knocked them out in the semis. So shout out to them. Then there are some other teams that went undefeated. I'll shout them out tomorrow. Meaning they didn't play in a main bracket. They just might have played showcase or whatever it may be, and they just still went undefeated in match play or whatnot. There's a few of those, and I'll do roll call on those tomorrow. Shout out to the girls, Sci-Fair Elite. Thank you, Thaddeus Moody. They were in Chicago, and they finished third in the country for 17 under. The Sci-Fair Elite. They won first place a year ago. They finished third in the nation this year. So shout out to those young ladies. There's 16 and unders are playing in the championship right now. That game may be on NBA TV. They've normally been showing the girls Nike Nationals on the NBA channel. If you go there, you may be able to access that game. Right now, it's halftime, according to Thaddeus Moody, 27-27, the Sci-Fair Elite girls. And so shout out to them, man. Like I said, we represented, man, around. Represented. And Gulf Coast Blue Chips came in 5th place in the Under Armour main division. So that means Texas Impact came in 1st. Gulf Coast Blue Chips came in 5th. With the Blue Chips going 4-1, their only loss was to Texas Impact, Adam. They lost them in the quarterfinals. So that could have been a championship game had they not put them in the same quad. Blue Chips, after all, they had won what 10 of their last 11 games. They finished Under Armour winning 10 of their last 11 games. Gulf Coast Blue Chips. So they ended on a great note. Shout out to everybody, man. That's a good thing. That's what I'm saying. So when we are down and you start hearing the terms, Texas is down, it ain't what you may think. We still got enough to win, place a show on every sneaker circuit out there. So with that being said, man, it's time to slide down Dino's back. Yabba dabba do this thing. And we'll be back at it on tomorrow. See you guys. What else you got? What else you got, Adam? What's the night out there? Anything nice?
I got to get out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm good.
Good thing.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live.